date more and work less. She's laughing at me because we're definitely not working less.
Date more, work less. Fuck more, work less. Cry more, probably.
We're going to cry a little bit. Of Girls Gotta Eat.
Last episode of the year.
Happy New Year.
You, Rayna, you always do that. It's the 19th. We haven't had Christmas. Haven't probably had Hanukkah. I don't know when that.
Well, we can't ever get this episode right because in 2019 we recorded Fuck More, Cry Less, and 2 months later COVID broke out.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
It was Cry More and Fuck Not at All.
Was that the beginning of 2020?
Yeah,
that was
our first
called?
episode. Fuck More, Cry Less. Yeah, it was our second New Year's episode because the first year we did superlatives, right? Like our best and worst dressed guests. I gave out.
Oh, yeah.
I gave out worst dressed to Sam Morril, and I still stand by it.
Oh, my gosh. I think we did. Yes, I found it. Fuck More, Cry Less 2020. That episode came out on December 30th, 2019. And then all we did in 2020 was fuck less and cry more. All right. Well, I fucked a lot in 2022. I always like to think about how much I cried because remember in 2019 I didn't cry at all.
You didn't cry.
I was just like
clocked yourself not crying at all. In
never got sad. This year, I fucked and cried a lot this year.
Can you
fuck more, cry more? 2022.
Have you seen those pie charts people are putting up about like the things that made them cry the most?
No.
So people are doing pie charts on Instagram, on social media, and they're listing out all the things that made them cry, and it's just like the percentage that it made them cry. Like, what do you think you cried the most about?
Oh, about? Cried the most about? I mean, what do you think I cried the most? Just general overwhelm?
Yeah.
Just general meltdowns.
Yeah.
Just day to day.
But not a man. No man made me cry this year.
Oh, but can you imagine crying over a guy? I can't even remember those days.
What's it like having time to date?
I mean, I've had some emotional moments, but they're not like sad, depressed. Like I had, something with like an ex that made me like feel a lot of things.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I cry and I keep it
kicked
moving.
off the year. All right, we're going to talk about it.
All right,
we're spiraling.
Yeah, we're going to just thank some of our partners and get right into it. Thanks to Babbel for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to really learn a new language on the go. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/GGE. And thanks to HelloFresh for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Go to HelloFresh.com/GGE18 and use the code GGE18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. And thanks to Hello Tushy for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Join the millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now who take care of their Yule logs the dignified way. Give the gift of a clean bum to yourself or your loved ones this holiday season and get 10% off plus free shipping right now at hellotushy.com/GGE.
Yes, and thanks to Nutrafol for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code GGE15 to save $15 off your first month subscription. And thanks to Pretty Litter for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Pretty Litter ships free to your door in a small, lightweight bag. You don't want people coming into your house and being hit with a nose full of cat stink. So go to prettylitter.com/GGE to save 20% on your first order. And big shout out today to Helix Sleep. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz and they'll match you to a mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Find your perfect mattress and up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/GGE. We don't have an episode next week, so this is our last episode of the year. You'll notice a couple more partners in it. We just want to say thank you to our partners for being with us for yet another year. We love them so much for being such a big part of our personal lives and just always sticking with us and supporting the show and making what we do possible.
Yeah, and this is always my favorite episode that we do of the year. It's just such a nice time to reflect.
Too many pillows.
Well, I was surprised that you set 2 pillows on both sides to set up for this
because I always
episode.
like hug the end of the couch, and I don't want people to think my body language is trying to be away from you.
But it is. You don't want touch. You're prickly. But this is one of my favorite episodes we do every year because I love to reflect. We always ask you guys what your biggest accomplishments are. Ashley does a pop culture list. I do a breakup list. We just look back on lessons. It's nice to thank you guys for being here with us. And this was a particularly tough year business-wise. We just worked so hard. So we just want to thank you guys for all your support with everything, with Girls Gotta Eat, with Vibes, the live shows, everything. This is our 5th time doing this episode. So I'm excited.
God. Yeah. Azul dressed for the occasion. He's wearing a little bandana. This is one of Dewey's old bandanas as I'm moving out of my apartment. So today, as the episode airs, will be a really emotional day.
Wow. Do you want me to come over? I came over the day you moved in.
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about this. I'm just going to do it now. We're going rogue.
We're
going rogue. This will be happening today, like as you may listen to this episode of moving out of this apartment. It feels like very emotional for me because for a number of reasons. Moving into that apartment felt like such a huge accomplishment to me in the first place. Like, you know, when I would come to New York and I would stay with Rob and he would have this luxury building and this expensive apartment in the East Village, I just thought to myself, like, how could I ever afford this? Like, it was my goal, but like, I hope I achieve that one day. Mm-hmm. And I really did. The rent was the same. It was like something I couldn't have fathomed back then in like 2014. And it was this beautiful building and all the amenities and just something to really aspire to in a city like New York. Mm-hmm. And I just remember that day, September 1st, 2019. Like, I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I can easily afford this. This isn't like a stretch for me. Like, I can live here. This is the life I have created. And it just felt like such a big day. And I have loved it so much. I mean, COVID played such a big part into it, like leaving and coming back and being like, this really is my home. And I feel so at home here. It's the only home I've ever will have lived in with both Dewey and Azul, mm-hmm. you know, just going through the tragedy of like losing Dewey and it feeling so empty and then bringing in Azul. And we've recorded there. It's just so much has gone down.
It really has.
And it's been my most important home that I've had because it really was a moment where I felt as though I made it moving into that apartment. And I think that being a Cancer, you know, we're supposed to be the homebody of the zodiac. And I just do place so much emphasis on my home and how at home I feel in my home. Mm-hmm. And so thinking about it, moving out is going to be a really emotional day. I think that's like some people don't get as affected by stuff like that, but I really do. Something about this apartment, it feels different.
I do. I mean, it feels like such an accomplishment to finally get to do this thing. You've like worked your whole life. Like you and I both have like worked for so many years, you know, we didn't just like get a job at 25 and to be able to like give yourself something like this is a really big deal. I feel that way about my apartment and, you know, we're venturing on this new quest to the West Coast and I don't know how that's going to feel. And you're like leaving your whole apartment behind. So it's a big deal.
Yeah. And I'm going to miss the doorman.
I'm going to miss them so much.
And I have not fucked in the stairwell yet.
There's always New Year's.
But I'm fucking in the stairwell on New Year's. I will tell you that. I hope they aren't listening right now. They're going to have like a security guard on me on New Year's. Someone's going to be trailing me in the building.
I've lined up 2 potential options for New Year's for both of us. Either one of us could take it.
Oh my God.
Because we're throwing a New Year's party, which I'm really excited about, and a goodbye to New York party. And I'm just really looking forward to it. We sent out the invite and I was like, we really are a couple. We're throwing a New Year's party together.
So yeah, I mean, we are like, we've talked about this before, but we are going to be in LA and you're keeping your apartment and mm-hmm. I'm not. So saying goodbye.
I said to you yesterday, I've been trying to find somebody to stay there, like an asylum seeker of our friends. Because I feel like this year you and I have watched some like pretty crazy breakups in our friend group, stuff that we like never expected to see. And I keep offering the apartment to girlfriends and they won't take it. And I feel like I want someone special to stay there because I'll be gone for 3 months and I just want it.
I know. I did offer to another friend the other night because she could potentially, I hope not, but be on the precipice of a really bad breakup. And I was like, I just want to offer this to you. Like I'm offering your home to, I mean, she's a mutual friend.
Yeah.
She's but we already have discussed this.
She's more Ashley's friend.
It's Rayna's dream to have an asylum, post-breakup asylum seeker. That is so funny.
All my friends always say to me that like I'm their first call during like a breakup that like, and I'm sure yours are too, because I mean, we do this for a living, but I love to take care of somebody after mm-hmm. such a tremendous shakeup and like what a bigger gift than to like give them my apartment. But I'm really excited. So we'll be in LA for 3 months and we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, we got this email. People have asked me about, so I have, my nails aren't crazy long. They're not like claws. but I wouldn't stick it up a butt. You know, I'm not like
you wouldn't. You couldn't. That's crazy. You wouldn't. Like it's a decision that you maybe could. Rayna, no. I hope that's not I hope that's not a question.
I did a lot more butt stuff in 2022 than I've ever done in my life. We'll get into it, but no, sticking these talons in somebody's butthole was not one of them. So no, I can't. But somebody sent us this email, and I'm surprised more people don't ask me this. So I'll just read you guys the email, and then we're gonna unpack it.
Okay.
The title is Long Nails and Masturbating. Also, I love that this is our professional email inbox, and this is what people write us.
That's nothing compared to some of the stuff that comes through.
Absolutely not. Thank you, ladies. And I'll cut straight to the point. Rayna, how the fuck do you use your hands primarily to masturbate with your beautifully crafted nails? I typically keep mine half your length with dip and cannot get off with just my fingers at all. But when I have bare nails, it's a completely different story. So curious on your thoughts / recommendations. If we do typically keep long nails, thank you again, keep slaying the game. I'm surprised this hasn't come up, but I just use the pads of my fingers. Like I'm not like scratching my clit. Like it hasn't come into play. It's never been an issue. I'm not sticking my finger inside of myself probably. A butthole would present like in the hierarchy of stuff that's tough, butthole would be the hardest. I'm not doing that. I could stick a finger inside myself gently.
No, you can't, Rayna. When you had to put those tampons in, it ruined your life. Like you were in a depression. You acted like you were battling stage 5 cancer. When every day you were like, I feel so sick. I have to go home. We were at dinner in Barcelona and you were like, I have to go home. I was like, what's wrong with you? You were like, I've just been sticking these tampons in and it's just making me like really upset and feeling really sick. It was the most dramatic thing because you did have to put those nails inside.
You're right. I'm going to walk this back immediately. I forgot about this. First of all, why do tampons not have applicators over there? So I had to stick them up myself. It did make me feel like legitimately sick. You're right. So I don't want these fingers inside of me. Masturbating doesn't bother me, but obviously it's more ideal with a vibrator. But sometimes you just want to like crank one out. Yeah. And like I cranked 2 out on the couch on Saturday.
Oh my God.
Just one with a vibrator, one with our new vibrator that we're going to release, and one with my fingers. But yeah, it's never been an issue. It would be nice to be like you and have short like nails, but I have short fingers and short nail beds, and so I enjoy having a long nail.
My nails, I mean, they're short now. I had to cut them down, but they get to like a nice length. They look like long and I can do an almond shape where they look pointy, but they're never going to be like that long. Like I can't function. I don't really know how people do it. Like I can't type. I can't like those really long fake nails are just not for me. I love the look.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't get in my way. I will say like once
like wiping your butt. This is even why I don't wear bracelets.
You've asked me this before, and like I don't understand how you wipe your butt. That you're just getting poop on your fingertips and your wrist.
I don't.
Like we've talked about this poop.
Don't wipe shame me. I wipe like a normal person. Also, I use my tushy, but like you still have to touch the toilet paper.
Yeah,
your nails. I'm not wrong here. Long fake nails. I just think you don't wipe.
I wipe every day. Also in 2022, I'm a wet wiper now. So either tushy or wet wipes. You got to get that wet stuff up in there.
I'm sorry.
You
grab toilet paper and you wipe your butt. Your nails are in your butt.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to get toilet paper and I'm going to show you.
You have feces I'm gonna show you right now. Under your nails right now. I don't doubt it.
No, I don't. Okay. I'm back. All right. So I take the toilet paper. It's just, I wipe like this. My nails are covered by this. It's like, I just go like that.
Whatever you believe, but I know you have fecal matter under those nails.
No, I don't. First of all, I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom. But second of all, there's no nail to butthole contact.
I see what you're saying. There's fecal matter under there.
No, there's not.
There's absolutely fecal matter under those nails.
And I can
all of you listening that have these kind of nails.
I can angle it so I also don't get poop on my bracelets. I also don't poop with bracelets on that often. So I'm a morning pooper, and I usually will poop like 2 times in the morning, immediately after getting up, and then like one more time. I usually don't poop again unless I eat zucchini. And that makes me poop a lot. But yeah, I'm a morning pooper, so I'm usually not wearing bracelets.
Wearing your dangly bracelets.
Yeah. Now that
All
we've
right.
gotten this out of the way. But I do use our vibrators, and then that's nice. And then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And so just like a fun plug for vibes. We have really fun stuff coming out in the new year. We're really excited. We've designed like 2 really cool vibrators that we're putting out. But we have 2 new features in the app. And just want to remind you guys, you can get in the app for free. There's free content. There's free erotic audio. There's free videos. There's a free remote controller if you own a toy. So we've added 2 things. One of them is a battery estimator. And you were playing with it yesterday. So maybe you want to like talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I am so proud of this. This was something that I said that we should do early on. Like, this is something that I had never seen exist. And so I'm so glad that we have developed it. Just, there's nothing worse than your vibrator dying mid-masturbation. You're right on the precipice. Maybe you're listening to a vibes-only story. You're listening to Clint or Conrad or whatever you're into, the congressman, and it dies. So we have developed a battery estimator so you can see how much juice you have in your vibes-only sex toy before you get going. Or, I mean, it's all, it's Bluetooth connected. So that's going to be in the remote control portion, and it's going to have a little battery icon you're going to see. And that's one feature, and that is free. So that is with the unpaid, just free. You have the app downloaded on your phone without subscribing. And then the other feature that is actually with the subscription is the stealth mode. And this turns the light off on the vibes.
It's so cool. And both of these things are something I never thought possible. And, I always like to say that like you can definitely use the app without our vibrators. You can use our vibrators without the app. But this is like such an incredible reason to use them together. A vibrator that has a battery estimator. Like,
it's like your AirPods.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I never know how much my I never know what they're doing back there. I never know when my thing is going to die. And so to like have this option and to release it for free is so exciting. I never thought it was possible. So it's really exciting to me.
And then, just the light turning off, that can be used for any of the toys, any and all of them, but it's really nice with the GG because that's in your panties. So, you just turn the light off and that's part of the subscription. So we have the athlete story in the app, the one that I wrote. I fucking love it. I'm so proud of it. I've been talking about it for what, a year?
A whole year.
No, I mean, we launched in June, but been talking about it for quite some time. So this is my pride and joy, and it'll be released this week in the app. So watch for it this week for subscribers of the app, the athlete story. It is a hot one.
Sometimes I listen to stories and all I can think about is you masturbating. You're like, what are your favorite stories? I'm like, the ones I can't imagine Ashley masturbating to.
God. So what would that be?
None of them. I think that you masturbate to all of them. How could you not? I mean, are there ones you don't masturbate, to be honest? Well, you got to read that stuff.
I have to masturbate for work. Again, vibesonly.com, the app on the App Store and Google Play. We're so proud of it. So many fun stories in there. I mean, now that we're coming into the holidays, we have some holiday stories with the hometown hookups, and you pair your vibrators to the app, and then we have our blow gel and our cum towel and merch and all the things that you guys have been hearing about. So we'll keep it quick, but yeah, can't recommend it enough.
Yeah.
And new features out, new features coming.
We have some really cool stuff for Valentine's Day for you guys.
Yeah.
Great new features, new toys we're really excited about. So again, as always, thanks for your support, guys. And we just love giving you orgasms.
Okay. Let's just take a quick break and talk about pretty litter. We all believe that cats should be seen and not smelled. You don't want to walk into someone's house that has a cat, multiple cats, like my parents' house, and be hit with a nose full of cat stink. So that is why you should use Pretty Litter. One of the reasons, there are so many reasons why we love it. The best thing about Pretty Litter is that it is a health indicator. The crystals change color so they can indicate early signs of potential illness, like urinary tract infections, kidney issues, much more. And the crystals are ultra absorbent and they instantly trap odor. So lightweight, dust-free. They don't fly out of the box and get underneath your feet. I say that every time. They work for a month without clumping. No more wasting litter. And Pretty Litter ships free to your door in a small lightweight bag. You'll never run out, and you're not going to have some massive container of litter taking up space. Everything about it is so elite. Like, I still remember the old days before my parents switched to Pretty Litter, and I was just like, ugh, like they have the laundry room and the cat boxes are in there. I'm like, this is just a disaster on every level. They would change it frequently, but it's like gets under your feet, flies out of the box. You have the odor. So they've switched to Pretty Litter, and all of our friends that have cats have really switched to it. And they say once you switch to Pretty Litter, you really won't go back. We recommend it for everyone, especially if you have a smaller space. The lightweight bag is really important, and the health indicator, of course. We love our pets. We love our cats. Those of us that have them, those that have them in the family, and you really can just keep tabs on their health, extend their life, all the things that are super important. So you don't want people coming into your home and being hit with a nose full of cat stink. Get Pretty Litter today. Go to prettylitter.com/GGE to save 20% on your first order. That's prettylitter.com/GGE to save 20% on your first order. prettylitter.com/GGE.
Yes, the holiday season is coming, and it's such a good gift to send to anybody that really wants some kind of cool experiences, wants to learn something, is Babbel. It is a language learning app. And if you are planning trips, if you're going somewhere, like what a great gift to send to somebody so you guys can learn a little bit either together or separately. So this holiday season, really consider using Babbel, and they're fantastic. You only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson, so it's nice and quick and easy to fit into your lifestyle, and you can really start having real life conversations. They say in as little as 3 weeks. There are tons of languages. They offer up to 14. So there's Spanish, French, Italian, and German. They have speech recognition technology. It helps you improve on your pronunciation and your accent. In addition to the lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. I just love this. I love it. It's not just like a lesson. It has all these other things like games and videos and stories that make it more engaging and easier, because like you'll just lose me if it's just like, a workbook like I did in high school. But you and I traveled so much, and it was really nice to be able to pick up some other stuff. And you guys can jump into Babbel, gift it, or do it yourself, and we'll give you a discount. Right now, you can get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/GGE. That's babbel.com/GGE for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Okay, so we had such a fun weekend this past weekend that we recorded. I went out more than I usually do, but went out both nights. We just I think it's the season. Like for at least I feel like in New York, the few weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas, everybody's here.
People will not stop asking
Everybody
me to
wants
hang
to
out.
hang. And then people come in town because so many people do their New York trip around the holidays. So it is just like an overload.
I'm swatting off plans. I had 3 separate plans on Friday night to say no to multiple people, but I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I'm usually a homebody, but
it's been fun. So we were out Friday night, and it was me and you and Emily. We were at this natural wine bar. It was I'm just obsessed with natural wine. It's my new thing. And just don't feel the next day, really.
I've been making fun of Emily about this for a couple of years now because she presents it in such a pretentious manner. But natural wine, I mean, I don't know that much about it. It's biodynamic wine. You can search for it. I mean, mostly I see it in the stores in New York and LA. It's really lesser known producers. You can get them online from a lot of different places. But yeah, like really no hangover. I can have like a whole bottle and like pretty much be fine the next day, work out.
I mean, I didn't feel 100, but I drank more wine than I have the whole year. Like they just kept filling us up.
Emily
it was
will do that too.
A really nice experience. The
really
restaurant.
Was. Yeah, I know, but she will stay out and just keep drinking. You know me, I'm like 3 drinks, I go home. But I was trying to line up some casual sex afterwards with that guy from last weekend. And I'm not looking for conversation. I don't want to know about your life. I don't care about your job or your family. I'm not looking to talk. I just want to have sex. That is all. You and I are leaving here in 3 weeks. I'm not trying to find a boyfriend.
Yeah.
His behavior is so crazy. And I didn't even tell you that, like, on top of that, he did the same things on Saturday night and last night. He just will not stop calling me and texting me. And it's like one word. It's like, sup. And I'm like, what's up with you? And he's like, nothing. What's up with you?
Yeah.
Come over. I'm like, no, you come over. And then we like go back and forth. And like,
It gets old. It can be cute for a second. And then it's like, this is old.
It was cute for like 1 hour. And then like, I was like, all right, people get really fucked up. It's fine. You can have another chance. Like people get like so drunk and whatever. We all act a little crazy. But to do it 2 more days in a row was like so ick. It like gave me the ick so hard. And I'm just like, why are you making this so difficult? Like, why are you forcing me to not be attracted to you? I'm just trying to like show up and put some stuff in some holes. I'll do pretty much anything. I don't care. But like he refused to let me. He kept FaceTiming me over and over. And I said like, I will be out of here at 9:30. I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. I will come over after. Just give me the address because I don't honestly remember it, even though I stumbled out of there last week.
Yeah.
And he would not stop FaceTiming, and he looked.
You just FaceTimed him from this bar. Emily and I are like giggling. We're seeing the FaceTime, and I go, whatever his name is, let's say it's John. I was like saying to Emily, I was like, John, are you okay? And Emily goes, it's giving not okay. It was the funniest thing. We were like hysterical the rest of the night and the whole weekend. All we just kept saying was, it's giving not okay.
It was like 8:00. I was like, are you good? He was like slurring. I still was willing to go over there. It was really giving not okay.
I'm not trying to ever fuck a drunk person. It's such a turn off to me. I mean, there's points when you're both like I had a hookup this summer on like the one time I had probably too much to drink and we were both had a bunch to drink. Like the details are blurry for both of us, but we were on the same page. Like I can't be in my right state of mind and you're wasted. I mean, I hope guys wouldn't want to do that too. You know, I think no one should really want that. It's so unattractive.
It's unattractive. I'm not going to get off, so it's not like a fun experience for me. Let me walk this back. If you're that fucked up, then I feel a responsibility to like get on your level. And I'm never going to get on your level because I'm not like I never have been the kind of person that wants to be so fucked up that I'm like slurring and like I have to fight through it so hard to enjoy an experience. I wasn't like that at 19. I don't like it. It's not fun for me. But I'm like, I have to get on their level and then I'm never going to come. And I'm like, what is the point of this experience? And of course, I'm not speaking to people that have like real drinking problems. Of course, I have empathy for people that really drink too much and have like a real problem. This just seemed like a guy who was like trying to like fuckboy me and like send me one word answers and be like, come over, no, you come over, no, I'll come over, no, bring toys. And I was just, I mean, I'm not stopping at home and getting a toy and then coming over.
I mean, you would. We got to do that R&D.
Yeah, I would.
But you weren't into it.
The bar again is so low when you're just looking for casual sex. I just need somebody to like act like a decent human being. Like I will go over there, have one glass of wine with you. We can have sex for a couple hours and I will leave.
Yeah.
But like he ruined the experience for me.
So he's out.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't hold
he's
it
off
together
the roster.
He's off the team. He's not even in the stadium anymore. He's
he's been traded. He's not part of this team anymore.
He's out the game.
He's out the game.
So yeah, that's the update on that. I'm done with that. And you're right, I would stop at home and get a vibrator.
You would love nothing more than to be like, hold on a second. You wait to have your Uber wait. You run up.
I would. I've been thinking. I've decided. Well, I can't decide what my vibe for 2023 is. But like, at first I was trying to get him to come over, and then I was like, I actually don't know that I want somebody to have my address. Like if it's just going to be like a casual thing, like I'd rather just have yours. I'd rather just go to yours. And I was like really happy I didn't end up giving him my address because we were like going back and forth about like which house we were going to do this at. And I feel like I really want to like double down on this. And like until I'm like dating somebody a little more, I don't want to give them my address. I want to just do it at their place. Unless their place is really disgusting. And then I don't think I even want to be with you because if you have a disgusting home, I don't love it.
Well, and we were saying that the guy could have come to your place and like not left.
Yeah. He was being a little crazy the last time we hooked up, but again, we were very fucked up. But he was like badgering me about not leaving, and so I was like, I don't know, a person's this drunk, I don't really need him in my space. So
he like passes out in your bed. And what if he's like a person that just like won't wake up in the morning? Like, that's a nightmare.
I don't want it. So I think that like my energy in 2023,
this like drunk sloth in your bed, you're like trying to wake up and work out. No. I would call Bobby Westside and be like, can you come over here and have this guy leave? Like, I would like call for reinforcement.
What if I called the guy in my building I used to sleep with? And I was like, can you come downstairs? So yeah, I think that's over, you guys.
I think that's over.
It lasted a week and I think it's over.
Okay.
So that's your update on that.
Okay. Another quick break and then we are going to get back into it with our year in review. I am telling you guys about Helix. We really think you should end the year, start the year on a Helix mattress to really get the best sleep experience of your life. Just go to helixsleep.com/GGE, take their 2-minute sleep quiz and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. I am already stressed about LA. Because I'm not going to have my Helix.
We were talking about it in the car. The Helix, the pillows from Helix. Yes. I don't know what we're going to do.
I know. Listen, they offered to send me a mattress. And I was like, okay, but then what am I going to do? If it's really bad, I'll figure out what to do to get a Helix out there. But I need to at least see, because that's a lot for 3 months to just figure out.
I know. I keep having to remind myself that I don't need the same creature comforts, but I do need the pillows. I'm like obsessed with, if I have one thing, I need the Helix pillows.
Right. We already talked about this. I was like, we'll get Helix, so we'll get some pillows at least. So we have that. But We are obsessed with Helix, the mattresses, of course. They make different mattresses for all types of bodies and the way that you guys sleep. So there is soft, medium, and firm. Mattress is great for cooling you down. There's a Helix Plus mattress for plus size folks, and you just take their quiz and it's going to match you to the best mattress for you. I have the Moonlight Luxe. I like a softer mattress. I sleep mostly on my back, sometimes on my side. Sometimes I'll wake up on my stomach and be like, what?
How'd you
Went
get
down
there?
last night. Yeah. But I just love it so much. I have two of them, one in New York and one at my parents' house. I never want to be without it. And we have turned so many friends onto them. They've won so many different awards. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try them out for 100 nights free, risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but of course you will. We just love everything about them. They are so high quality. They're so comfortable. There's over 12,000 five-star reviews, over 1 billion hours slept on Helix mattresses. So cannot recommend it enough. If getting more and better sleep and higher quality sleep is on your to-do list for your resolutions, or, towards the end of the year over the holidays, great holiday gift. We really just love Helix, and we are offering you a deal. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/GGE. That's helixsleep.com/GGE for up to $200 off your mattress and 2 free pillows.
And I'm telling you guys about Hello Tushy Bidet. I might actually have Ashley jump in because like when she says spray your butt clean with fresh water. But you guys know in 2022 I recommitted to having like an even cleaner butthole and doing more butt stuff. And the Hello Tushy Bidet is like the gift that keeps on giving, either to yourself or someone else. It's just like a tiny little thing that you can do for your body or for someone else. Or as their ad read says, your neat freak sister, farty dad, or anyone who poops.
Have less fecal matter under your nails with the Hello Tushy bidet attachment.
None under mine. I have spotless fingernails. But you can stop spreading your business around your butthole with toilet paper and start washing with Hello Tushy. There's so many good things about this. So it washes your bum with fresh water, which is way better than just dry toilet paper. And you can just pat dry and go. It attaches to your existing toilet, so you don't need an electrician or a plumber to come in and like install it for you. And the install is really simple. They say less than 8 minutes. So you can time yourself, see if you can do it. And it cuts your toilet paper use down by 80%. So you're going to save money and paper waste, and you're going to make your butthole be way cleaner. Make the restroom your best room with the complete Tushy system. It includes the Tushy bidet attachment, ottoman, toilet brush, and Tushy stand and tissues. We've just loved this for years. It, again, is so easy to install, and it's going to encourage you to have a cleaner beehole and maybe do some fun butt stuff in 2023. You can give the gift of a clean bum to yourself or your loved ones this holiday season and get 10% off plus free shipping right now at hellotushy.com/GGE. That's hellotushy.com/GGE for 10% off and free shipping.
Okay, so we are going to get into our year in review. I am just going to kick it off with our pop culture countdown.
I look forward to this every year, you guys.
I've been doing this for years. Rayna never knows what I'm going to say.
I never know what she's doing back there.
So I always love surprising her. Okay, so these are the 10 best things, in my opinion,
in pop culture that happened.
in pop culture. But, some people are going to be like, you forgot about me. It's like, I don't care about that. This is my list.
Forget about anything.
Okay, so they're in order of like dramatic effect. Like, they're not in like best to worst. I just don't want you to think that they're like in an order
A top
of best
10
to
list.
worst, best to, yeah.
Do you remember what last year's was?
I can't really remember.
Okay, all right. So
I just kind of, once the year's over, I just forget it existed.
All right, we're not in the
Kidding,
past
but,
anymore.
Okay, so 2022. I couldn't not bring up the slap.
Yeah.
It was probably the biggest thing. Like, and I was torn on it because, well, I don't know. It was really one of the most talked about pop culture moments of the year of Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars.
I couldn't believe I got to see it live, watched it with your mom.
We were at my brother's, yes. And it did inspire one of my most popular tweets of the year, in which I said, if you were going to come up on stage and slap me during a set, could you just lightly choke me instead? So that was a proud moment for me.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon retweeted it. I love that. Okay, next up, Adam Levine's cringe sex. What did he say? I may need to see the booty. And then like all the memes that followed.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he's just like too rich, famous, handsome to try?
I think he's probably cringe.
Mm-hmm.
Look at his tattoos. It's like it all tracks to me.
Just the way he like talks and moves his body. Like, I know it's not giving like good at sexting. It's not giving I need to try.
Yes. Okay. You're going to talk about some of the breakups, but the biggest breakups on my list were, I just combined these into one. So now we're at like number 8, basically. We're counting down. Giselle and Tom, and then Kim and Pete.
Every year,
What else is
Pete,
there to say?
Every year, Pete makes our list with
Yes.
someone
Yes.
and some publicity stunt that you think is a publicity stunt that is a real relationship.
Yeah.
Tom and Giselle, I don't know. I think they had a good ride, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'd be sick of fucking the same person too after how many years? How many years have they been together? 20 years or something?
Okay. Number 7, Zach becoming the Bachelor. Zach Shallcross, our next Bachelor. We met him in Cancun. We've mentioned this before, obviously, but it just is still insane to me that he became the Bachelor.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how boring is this season going to be? Can that guy carry the show?
He's
very handsome.
He's very handsome. We will give him that. He had fun with us at the pool in Cancun.
He did.
We were doing like a fuck, marry, kill with him. Yeah.
He choked me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just funny that the Bachelor is the guy that we have like crazy pictures of from the pool in Cancun.
And like you up texts from him.
And you
too.
up text. Yes. God. Yeah. That's right. He booty called me.
He was trying to fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny.
So yes, the guy that booty called me is the next Bachelor. Okay. Number 6. Listen, I think that politically, the biggest thing that happened was Roe v. Wade being overturned. And that is obviously not a top 10 pop culture moment, but I always usually bring something political into the mix. So I think that obviously that was such a terrible thing that happened in the country, but I really think it made people come out in the midterms and really push back and really show that this issue does matter and people don't want to live in a country where abortion is banned very clearly. We've talked about this over and over again, but I think that, yeah, this was like such a horrific thing that happened, but I think the aftermath really is showing of what people really want in this country. And I think what we saw in the midterms was really encouraging.
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about my favorite episodes of the year, and we did that bonus episode about this. And I'm so impressed by the amount of people that came out against this and the viewpoints that were shared. And it's really one of my favorite things that we've done this year as well, and just hearing your guys' opinions and thoughts and feedback on that.
Yeah, really just having, we all feel like us and our community, we're all in this together. So if anything, it was such a terrible thing that we can like try to find the positive side of. Okay, Rayna, something that we have not
ever discussed,
something that we are finally breaking our silence on is the GMA3 scandal. Now, because we went on GMA3 with Amy and TJ, and we were like all cutting up, talking to them about like vibrators and stuff before the camera started rolling. And then 2 months later, it comes out that they're having an affair. We have all these photos with them. It hit different for us.
This was one of the biggest scandals of this month, and it is wild. I follow every gossip site like on the planet. It has taken over my entire feed. And I was like, I cannot believe we just met them.
So we had this moment, you and I just saw Good Morning America, scandal, cheating, divorce, yada, yada, all up in my feed. Mm-hmm. And then I texted you. I wasn't paying attention. I was just seeing it. We were super busy. I was seeing tweets. I was like, I'm not a big dedicated GMA watcher. Do I care about this? And I texted you and you go, Ashley. Well, they're the people we interviewed with. I said, what?
It took me a long time too. It took me the whole day because I went to sleep and I'm like, why am I keep being fed these people's faces, this information? I don't care. Like people have affairs every day. And it wasn't until like 8 a.m. where my eyes like flew open and I realized who that was. And I have not said to you, Ashley, like that since you thought that show was real.
Yeah, we have. It's funny when that happens when you're like, Ashley, I'm trying so hard not to tell you how stupid you are right now.
The coverage of this has been so crazy too, because every 5 minutes, Page Six puts out another photo of Amy Roback steps out amid affair allegations. She steps out and she's smiling. Amy Roback seen for the first time on the streets. It's just like this is like the most boring news cycle. I love to see it because it means nothing like so terrible is happening this week.
I mean, I just think it's like it has everything. It's like these anchors. Like I just think it's like a really spicy scandal. Like I'm super into it, and I don't think they should have took them off the air. Are you kidding me?
Ratings.
I don't think there would have been higher ratings for them keeping them on the air.
Also, as you found out that she is the third person at GMA that he had an affair with.
Listen, he has sexual energy.
He's
I mean,
so
we were in the room with him.
I would suck his dick.
Those his eyes.
I know, he
really looks into your soul.
Well, we felt sexual tension. I thought it was towards me. I was like, TJ is really trying to fuck. And it was not. It was between the two of them. Bella said she could see it. She said that she could see sexual tension. And again, I thought it was directed only at me.
Okay. Next is Heather McMahon's honeymoon. Heather McMahon's Italy wedding and honeymoon, and then all around the same time, all of the travel horror stories of summer 2022.
When you called it the finale.
The finale of Heather's honeymoon, when they were trying to, their flights were getting canceled. They were trying to get all Jeff's golf equipment in the car. They were just renting a car to drive across Italy. I loved watching her honeymoon so much, but in tandem with the insanity of summer travel. I mean, I had my own issues on a smaller scale. I had a lost bag and it put me back and a canceled flight, all the things. We had an insane thing happen that was self-inflicted, but it was just a wild summer.
I was more sad to see her honeymoon end than I was to see our trip end. I think
we were
stop.
We were all rooting for them to get back, but kind of wishing they didn't. We were kind of wishing for another canceled flight. Stop. So anyway, congrats to Heather and Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. We're now at number 3. Number 3, obviously Beyonce's Renaissance and Cuff It and the Cuff It dance craze and just the whole album in general. Duh.
She knew. Ashley said she knew what we needed.
She knew what we needed. And then my come around on Break My Soul, when I first heard it, I was so upset. I thought I hated it and now I love it. So it had to grow on me.
Me too. And it's one of my favorite workout songs too.
Yes.
I get so hype. I stand up, I'm singing, everybody in the building across can see it. I don't care.
Okay. Number 2, we're almost to number 1. Number 2, Love is Blind and specifically Cutie
Yes.
And we did a whole episode on this, bonus episode. Can you read this?
No, I can't. Okay. Can I read it? Ashley, get out of here. Can I read this? You can move it 4 more feet towards me. I wouldn't be able to see it.
So you guys can check out our Love is Blind recap on YouTube where we really break down all the things. We don't need to go there again.
It was also one of my favorite pieces of content. The abortion episode and the Love is Blind recap. Different vibes.
Different vibes. Number 1.
Wait,
you're not even ready.
Can I guess what it is?
If you guess, I'll be so pissed.
Was it the Kanye meltdown? Oh, can I have a hint?
No.
Just tell me.
Uncut Gems.
That was this year.
Uncut Gems.
Oh, that's right. Because I have Kanye and Julia Fox on my breakup list.
Honestly, just Julia Fox.
Just Julia Fox.
She's my number 1. Uncut Gems. I couldn't stop saying Uncut Gems. And then everything about Julia Fox. I miss her actively most days.
Say? I don't like to speak of things until they're finished. Honestly, it's a masterpiece.
She was a gift.
She really was.
And she knew she was giving us a gift. She was like, I'm going to date Kanye for y'all. I'm going to distract him from Kim. He's acting crazy. I'm going to do this for you guys.
I'm going to wear this crazy stuff to the grocery store.
I'm going to wear these leather pants for 2 months straight. She is an icon.
Did you know about her before
No,
Kanye?
I didn't know who that was.
Did you guys know who she was?
Uncut Gems.
I don't...
Uncut Gems.
I've seen Uncut Gems and I don't even remember her in it.
When we were we were just couldn't stop saying Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
When we were in San Francisco with those guys, which add that to the list. Our best double date ever.
That was our best double date ever. That is the funniest number 1 thing. Uncut
That's my list.
She exploded onto the scene this year. I never knew who that was, and I've seen that movie.
She was the muse. She was
Josh Softy's muse.
I would love to have her on the show.
Yeah.
Our show.
What show did you think I was doing?
A live show or something. She's a fun follow on TikTok. Very into her.
Oh, is she? I've never followed her.
She's good.
I can't believe I never knew who this person was.
Let's do one more break and then we will keep it rolling. I am telling you guys about Nutrafol. I really have turned to Nutrafol when I felt my hair becoming a little more thin, losing some volume, and we really recommend it. 30 million women are impacted by weakened or thinning hair. If you're among them, no, you're not alone, and there's a solution you can trust to deliver results. So it really is so common. We've talked about this before. Millions of Americans experience thinning hair, and it's not talked about as much as it should be, especially amongst women. So going through it can feel frustrating and lonely, and we just want to talk about it more and change the conversation. So Nutrafol can really help when it comes to these issues. It's the #1 dermatologist recommended growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair's growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. So I have been taking Nutrafol since 2020. I really have noticed a difference. Even if I'm just procrastinating or I'm off of it for a little bit, when I get back on it, I do notice a difference. It really does work. It really has worked for me. And it is natural, drug-free, medical-grade ingredients and consistently effective dosages so you can get the most reliable results. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. 3,000 plus top doctors and stylists recommend Nutrafol as an effective and high-quality solution for healthier hair. And you will start to see growth really in that 3 months or after. So it does take a little bit of time, but we really recommend it and truly believe in it. And you can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code GGE15 to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GGE15.
Yes, and to wrap it out with our partners for today, HelloFresh, which I've been a fan of their meal kits long before they were a partner. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. They even have festive each selections available, and we want to thank them for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. You can go to HelloFresh.com/GGE18 and use the code GGE18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. It's that time of year where we're having people come over more, and it's just so wonderful to have something interesting, creative, fun to cook for them. And I just love having people in my home, whether it's a date, whether it's girls' night, whether it's just festivities in general. It's less money than going out. So if we're trying to save money for holiday gifts, it's a great look. Everything I've ever cooked from HelloFresh is so creative, delicious. It's easy skill level. It's easy cleanup. They have tons of different options. They have over 35 recipes available to choose from every week. They have lunch, dinner, they have snacks, all kinds of things for you guys. It's so much fun just to play around with it. The top 3 things on the site right now: sweet corn and green pepper chowder, one pot Thai curry, turkey soup, and firecracker meatballs. You know, we love a meatball in this family. Everything they make, really fantastic. Fresh, pre-portioned, easy to use. And if you're traveling over the holidays, HelloFresh has plans that work for your schedule so you guys can change your preferences, delivery days, address, really just a few clicks. The website is so simple and fun and delicious. And we're going to give you guys a discount. You can go to HelloFresh.com/GGE18 and use the code GGE18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping.
Okay. You want to talk about breakups?
I'm going to talk about breakups.
Okay.
Try to listen, some of these are obviously you know them, but I try to keep the most exciting ones and under the cover. So let's run through them. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker, not the first time, but the second time again. So they broke up again. Trish Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus. Do you know about this one?
What? Miley's parents?
Miley's parents. Trish and Bill.
Broke up. Trish? Trish Cyrus? What?
Yeah, they broke up. At least I think that they've teased breaking up a lot. Do you recall
They tease it a lot.
Do you recall announcements of them maybe breaking up in the past?
I don't know anything about them. I don't care. No offense. I just don't.
Great.
I
try to pick under the radar stuff.
Okay.
Okay. On the radar, Aaron Rodgers and Shailene, Son My Pussy Woodley, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. I was really sad about that one.
Right?
No, and then he also started dating Olivia, what is her name? And broke up with her too. Dixie D'Amelio and Noah Beck. I was sad to see it go. I feel like we were on the ride.
They'll be fine.
You think they're going to end up together?
They're always off and on.
Mm-hmm.
And you really never know what's going on with them.
Kyle Abrams and Deepti.
Kyle and Deepti. Oh my God, Rayna. This is so sad.
I was trying to make this interesting. Leonardo DiCaprio and his 24-year-old girlfriend, followed by him and Gigi. There was a lot of publicity stunt relationships this year. Leo and Gigi. Who dated Emily Ratajkowski? Was it Brad Pitt? A lot of publicity stunt relationships.
I don't even believe that one.
No, I don't believe it at all. That was
fake.
ridiculous. Chelsea Handler and Joe Coy. I love to see it.
Aw.
For him. We had some Jersey Shore breakups. Angelina got divorced. And Ronnie Oritz, Margot, and his baby mama, they also split.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Trevor Noah and Mika Kelly. Both of them, I think he's so sexy. She was one of the first women I ever realized I was attracted to.
Okay.
Really attracted
She's super
to.
hot.
I just love that show so much. Friday Night Lights. Madonna and her 28-year-old boyfriend broke up. Did anybody see this coming?
I don't ever care what Madonna's doing. Madonna had a 28-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah.
Madonna's 75.
She's 41 years older than him.
I mean, listen, good for her.
Did anyone see this coming? No one.
It's just funny because, like, I'm not even trying to date a 28-year-old these days. Madonna's like, I'll rob that cradle.
Well, Jennifer Lopez and Casper, right? There was like a huge age difference between them, wasn't there?
No, it couldn't have been that much. Jennifer Lopez only just turned 50.
Okay. All right.
Also, whatever. Like, live your best life. I'm not the biggest Madonna fan. It's not about her age to me. I just think in general she's kind of cringe.
Well, he thought so too. They broke up. This isn't going to mean anything to you. We had a lot of Bravo celebrities break up. Katie and Tom never saw it coming. I also Josh Flagg and his husband, Dr. Jen and Ryan. Again, this is not going to mean anything to you, but I have two more. Ashley Darby and Michael, and also Lisa and Lenny Hochstein. You know,
literally know those people.
I know.
I kind of might know Ashley Darby because I think she's on the Shade Room sometimes, like dancing and being hot.
She's dating TBD whether this is real or not, but Luke from Summer House.
We don't know if that's true or not. That seems like another fake relationship.
A lot of Bravo celebrities
what do I
just
know?
pour one out for. Here's one that really made me sad. Here's like my saddest one of the year. Ali Wong and her husband.
Oh,
I was really sad to see it happen because we just love her special so much, and listening to her talk about her relationship with her husband.
yeah. Way to bring the mood
It
down.
was a hard one. Yeah. Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde. I didn't see that one go in the distance. That didn't
Okay.
shock anybody. Of course, I have Tom and Giselle on there. Kanye West and Julia Fox. Kanye West and Adidas. Kanye West and reality.
Okay.
That is my breakup list.
Good job.
Thank you
Good
so
job
much.
reading.
Thank you. Yeah, some of these I didn't really see go in the distance. The Bravo stuff is always interesting because I feel like every year there's like 15 of them that split up. I just think that like hot take being on reality TV bad for your relationship. I'll never do it.
Yeah.
So that is my breakup list of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get a little more serious and talk about what we learned this year,
Mhm.
our lessons. A lot happened this year in that we launched this other company and I became an aunt. My brother had a baby. I did my first solo stand-up tour. Just a lot kind of went down. We took a vacation.
We took
for
a
once.
vacation.
No, we did a long trip. We went to Europe. It was a long time coming. We wanted to do that in 2020. So a lot of positive things happened this year. And I want to keep this uplifting and exciting and, always like lead with gratitude of all the things that we have done and are able to do and that you guys allow us to do. This year was the most we've ever worked to the point of complete overwhelm, a breaking point, really. I think I'm still in the moment learning how to handle it and strike the right balance and figure out what's the best way to do what we do and enjoy it.
Mhm.
Because we built this and we're in charge and we should be able to enjoy it and be able to be happy and have our team be happy and enjoy our lives. And I've always prided myself on taking on a lot. I get off on working really hard and accomplishing things. I like when people say, how do you do it all? I like that. And this year it really was like, I can't do it all. Like physically, it's taking a toll on my mental health. I mean, I still can't believe that like we launched the company and I started my stand-up tour the same fucking week. Like it's like, it feels like I'm such a bad bitch, but it's also like you will crumble eventually.
Yeah.
You can't really do this much and do it well. You can half-ass a bunch of things, but we have to like run these companies and on top of it, be the talent and be funny and be in a good mood. And so it was just a lot at a lot of times. And there was points kind of like, in the summer, but in the fall and the holiday season, just everything got so overwhelming that I really felt like it was taking a toll on my mental health and my level of happiness and the way that potentially I'm like treating people or just even the energy I'm bringing into the room. And I don't want that. And I want to always be like acutely aware of how I feel, the energy I'm bringing around other people and just wanting to be happy and balanced and still work hard and do all the things we need to get done and make sure the people that work for us and with us are happy. And so I think that it's always a process and things are really exciting for us right now. And you guys will be along for the ride as we share more things, but we are getting to a really good place and a really exciting place and the companies are growing and all these types of things. And of course, we've hired more people this year and we're continuing to grow the business and figure out what works best. And that's something too, how realizing how to manage other people. It's all just stuff that we're learning as we go and trying to do the best that we can and still put out quality content, products, all the things. And I think that it's important to always take an inventory of how you feel with yourself, how you feel how you're treating people, the way you're presenting. Are you laughing less? I mean, you and I have had these days where we're like, do we even like talk shit today? Like, do we even smile today? Like, I feel it on my face. I'm like, I haven't like laughed yet today. And that's really such a big part of always what we do and how we interact with each other and with everyone around us. And so I think it's always important to think about those kind of things. And, we are so thankful. Like it's so exciting what we've done, and the response has been so great. And it's also positive, and like being able to really enhance people's lives and their sex lives and their relationships and all these things is why we do what we do, and it really means the world. And so I really want to always think about gratitude as well, and like bring me back to that place. Like, no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter how much money or success or how lucky people think you are, you're still allowed to be down and be depressed and be overwhelmed and be anxious. But I always want to come back to being really grateful for what I have and what we're able to do, and just figuring out how to enjoy it most of the time.
I echo everything you say, and I feel the same way. And I was writing my list of this year of what I learned, what like the themes were. And last year for me was so much about like, am I even still capable of having a serious relationship with somebody? Can I be in love? And I feel like I did that, and I was proud of that. And this year was like so not about relationships and love for me. This year, like I had less sex this year than I like ever have. My cup runneth over in 2021. But this year I had like less sex.
Can't relate.
I like I felt anxiety this year in a way that I've never experienced. I've never had anxiety. And of course, I'm so proud to grow these businesses, and we love your guys' support. But that doesn't mean I wasn't stressed out. So striking a balance with work this year has just been, that's like my whole list. It's been tough. I feel like I've had more conflict with people, close friends, that I have just avoided. I haven't been giving the time to those relationships to nurture them and be kind and check in with people as much. I find myself constantly telling everybody how tired I am and how busy I am. And so it's been important to me to like recalibrate that. And it's been important to me to like check in with myself and say like, have we laughed about anything today? Have we joked about anything? Have we told anybody that works for us that we're excited and proud of them and that we appreciate them? And so this year has been a lot of that for me, and just trying to draw boundaries and like not feel guilty if everybody's texting at 11 o'clock at night that I'm not going to respond, that I need to like go to sleep and draw the boundary, and I'll get up early in the morning, or like actively reminding myself with you to like not start the day with work stuff, to say something funny in the morning, to joke around, to like not start every morning that you and I have being like, what do we have to do today? Like I'm trying to strike a balance. It's been a lot, and we're running these two companies and we're getting more help. And I think about last year, you saying like one of the themes for last year for you was accepting that you need help. And hiring people to do it. And I think we've gotten good at that, but just these boundaries with work and just growing these businesses, it's been tough, and I have to check in with myself and remind myself like to stop telling everybody how tired and busy I am.
I mean, I love that you said that. That's another thing too, where you're like, I can't keep dumping on people.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you and I can do whatever, like I don't want to get in some really negative cyclical thing with me and you. And I think that we're good about that. And we really help each other out. And we've always said this before, one person's up, the other person's down. Like the roles can shift on who kind of needs more support at certain times and who needs to be like the positive voice. And I think that we're great about it. But yeah, there's that too, where you're like, I have to change this. I don't want to be this person. And that's when I start to get really fearful. I just don't want to turn into a different person.
Yeah.
And you look back and you're like, this was a slow roll, but here we are. And now I'm this like negative energy person.
Angry overworked person.
Yeah.
I think that you put in, you're an entrepreneur. I was like complaining to my dad. I was like, I feel like I work 7 days a week. He was like, yeah, you own your own businesses. It's a 7-day-week job. Shut up. And I'm so proud of what we built. Everybody that works for us is just the best. And I love our business partnership and everything we've grown. So I'm not complaining, but it's just, I have had to really recalibrate my life. I've had to force myself. I must get 8 hours of sleep. I'm so much better if I work out in the morning and I like eat healthy. And I've had, like I said, more conflict with friends this year than I probably have in the past because I'm not checking in with people as much, or a conflict comes up and I'm like, I don't have the capacity to deal with this. But like, I'm so grateful for my friends. So what I will say is I've had maybe more conflict, but for less amount of time. So I'm getting better every year, I think, at addressing things head on, hearing things about myself I don't necessarily want to hear, just accepting responsibility and like keeping it moving. And I had this like temporary falling out with a friend where it was like pretty negative, and she and I talked, and it was like weird again for a month, and it's been like a labor of love, and now we're great. And this podcast, I love our episodes about friendship because they just teach me so much about not needing everything to happen right this second and knowing that things can bounce back and things like that. So I'm at least proud that I addressed more of those things more quickly. But it's been a lot about balance for me this year.
Yeah, it's I think there's always lessons to learn along the way. I was talking about that podcast I listened to that I took some valuable things from, and just honestly knowing what brings you joy and the things that are your self-care and help you recalibrate and the things that make you feel gratitude.
I am like so grateful for you and for everybody that works with us and for everything and for this audience and all that. But yeah, you know, this has been a big theme of my year is work and trying to balance it and relationships and things like that.
Okay.
Also, a lot of good things came up. I got 11 new tattoos this year. 11. What? Is that crazy? I got 11 new tattoos, 2 breast reductions.
Let's run the numbers. Let's run the stats.
On my way over here today, I was like, was this the year I did the least amount of stuff to my body? No.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? I grew out my sideburns. Belle wanted me to mention that. They are like full capacity.
Oh my God.
I have incorporated more butt stuff into my life. I've had less sex, but more butt stuff, which we will continue in 2023. And something that I am really excited and proud of is that I feel like I've really healed my relationship with my mother this year so much, and I'm really proud of that. And one of my absolute favorite episodes we've done is Lori Gottlieb, where we talk about mother-daughter relationships. And it's always been a labor of love, but I feel like until this year I was sort of tolerating the relationship, and I wasn't being honest about how I felt about stuff. She just did stuff, and I just let it happen because I want to get along, you know? And this year I feel like I stood up for myself a little more and trusted my mom that I could tell her things I don't like and that she could actually change her behavior, because, I mean, people aren't mind readers, and even if I've told her 400 times the stuff she does that annoys me, I feel like this time I was actually heard. And I love that episode so much because so many of our listeners messaged us and messaged me and shared their stories, either about their own mothers, their own children, and the type of mother they want to be or the type of daughter they want to be. And so it was really moving and special and important to me. So that was something that I was really proud of this year.
Yeah, I love that. It was really, I could feel that too. I mean, obviously I know what's going on in your life at all times, but I was hoping you would mention that. So.
Yeah.
Another thing, okay, so I would say this is a lesson I wouldn't necessarily say I learned from ground zero, but it was reinforced this year, was that sometimes you have an experience with somebody, like a sexual experience or a dating experience, and whether it's a one night thing or a 1 week thing or some sort of fling, and it can just be a moment in time and that's it. It can just be a memory. It could just be a good story. It could just be a good orgasm. It could just be a fun night, fun experience. Honestly, just a moment in time. Not everything needs to have a beginning, a middle, an end, be that significant. And I felt that a lot this year. You know, I had a bunch of fun stories, and I had a lot of different types of sex and with different people and just really fun experiences. And I don't know, I had this situation with this guy, this is earlier in the year, and we had this one really perfect night, and then it just worked out that we could see each other again. And I just remember being so motivated to see him again in the moment. I really wanted it so badly. And we did see each other again, and I don't regret it. It was fine. Got more funny stories out of it, more good sex, more orgasms, of course, always a plus. But I honestly, some parts of it, I left feeling a little bit disappointed. And it was I don't know that I needed that. I could have just let it lie, you know? And we've talked about that too, with looking back on times that are you have with people that are so fun and you want more, but sometimes it's just not going to work out. And it can just be that moment and that memory and that good time. And so I really, that was reinforced for me this year. You know, we joke about this guy that I went on this date with, you know, we did this fancy dinner and then we ended up hooking up, and nothing ever came of it. And I don't care, and he doesn't care, and we can DM here and there, and it's fine, but there doesn't need to be some definitive thing. You don't always have to know what's going on. I mean, if you want to, of course, you want to pursue a relationship, you like somebody, absolutely, but I didn't, he didn't, and that's it. That was something that I just kept running into this year, and I think it can be really freeing to be like, that was amazing with that person that night or that trip or whatever, and that's all it was.
I completely agree. I'm glad you brought this up. I was hoping you would, because I too had a bunch of situations that I think probably maybe would have spiral a little bit more or like lean into it. And I've had some situations this year now that I just love the situation. It's nice. You know, I met somebody who was 10 years younger than me, lives across the country. It's not going to be a long-term serious relationship, but I really enjoyed our time together, and now that's a friend of mine. You know, I don't have to worry, make myself sick over like, where is this going? What next? Did I just like sleep with this person? And I'm feeling so bad about myself because I like fucked this person. Now it's not going to go anywhere. I just don't care. It feels fine. And then I had that next situation with that other guy in LA, and it was this really intense time like with him that evening, and then I just kind of let it go. Bummed me out for a day, and I was fine.
If you think somebody could be a match for you, definitely explore it. But if you really know deep down, like, this is just what it is, just let it go. It feels freeing and nice. You don't have to always try to make it fit or make it work or prolong it.
Or win.
Or win or whatever. So that was a lesson this year. I really leaned into my water signs this year. I had a lot of sex in water, around water. Rayna was like realizing, she was like, the last 3 guys you've slept with,
all
shower, hot tub, shower again, bathtub. Like, it just kept coming up. And I feel really motivated to date in a new city. And I'm so excited for this next new chapter.
I am really excited to date in LA because it's almost like vacation dating. Like, when you go to a new place, like, the stakes are a little bit lower, and this is the best way to meet people. We always say that, like, get on the apps, meet people. I cannot wait to date in LA. I'm excited for 2023 to date more and work less. She's laughing at me because we're definitely not working less.
Date more, work less. Fuck more, work less. Cry more, probably.
We're gonna cry a little bit. All right. I will say that I have gotten better at removing myself from situations that I don't want to be in. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you didn't have to go on vacations you didn't want to go on. But I would never categorize myself as a people pleaser. That's not like, you know, people go to therapy because they like can't draw boundaries. I don't think that it's that to that level. Like, I don't like Mexican food, and I'll go to Mexican restaurants and I'll be forced to do it. But I've just gotten better at being like, I don't want to do this thing and I'm not going to do it. Like, we're on this trip in Greece. Everybody's drinking so much. I just didn't feel the need to do it. I didn't, you know? I feel like I don't need to be at some guy's place I don't want to be. I'm just going to leave. I don't need to be in situations that I don't want to be in. I've gotten more comfortable being like, I'm done with the evening. I'm going home. I'm done with this experience. I'm going home. And I've talked about this on the show before, but I think growing up, I was so insecure about seeming like not fun or not cool because like I didn't want to just go along with stuff, but I don't care anymore. And I just don't want to be in situations I don't want to be in. You would never be in a situation you don't want to be in.
I can't imagine. No, I love that you said that, and it's always a positive lesson to learn.
I'm not going to keep the first breast reduction that I don't want, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say one more thing. I feel like friendship is always at the top of my list, how important friendships are. And this year I really felt like not touring the second half of the year. We were bummed about it. We missed it. Of course, we always miss seeing you guys and performing and going out on the road. But it really gave me an opportunity to see a lot more friends and make it to a Clemson game, which I haven't been to in 5 years, and reconnect with those friends. And I just saw so many friends and reconnected with all the groups of friends. We even saw some of my high school friends last weekend at the Eagles game. And so I just felt like, especially in that second half of the year when we had a little more time and flexibility and I could do those things that I may have not been able to do in past years because we were constantly touring. So that was really nice for me. And it just is always such a solid reminder that this is truly the most important thing in my life. I mean, that and my family, but those close relationships.
Yeah, my
girlfriends forever.
My friends and your family are the most important people in my life. But no, it's really wonderful for me. And I'm so proud of so much stuff we worked on this year. We launched YouTube, we launched TikTok, we launched Vibes. Like, it was a lot of work and it was really great. And now we have a full-time video person on the team. We love her so much. And she's just been so great, Anna.
Speaking of that, we just had a sound issues. If you guys heard the sound change, let's just address it.
Yeah.
The last we realized that it's a mess, but we're gonna deal with it. I'm sure you heard it at this point. All right. Should we talk about our listeners' accomplishments? We'll end it on that note.
Yeah, I'm really proud of all we've accomplished this year, you and I, and our friendship is so strong and our business is so strong. And I'm just proud of everybody that works for us and everybody that listens to the show. And we just love you guys. And what a gift to do this for 5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We did this last year and it was like so special and moving. Asking you guys what your biggest accomplishments of the year are. And it's always really heartwarming and funny. And of course, we just love reading through these. So many of you had incredible promotions, pregnancies, marriages, breakups you're excited about, houses you bought. So if you changed your life in a positive way this year at all, just be really proud of yourself. If you got a raise or anything, we'll talk about some of these more granular ones. But congratulations to all of you. A lot of you had really great stuff this year.
Okay. I'm going to just blow through a few
Blow
that
it.
stick out to me. Okay. Getting out of a toxic relationship. We love that. Getting married and bought a house, earned my CPA, started my own business, starting going to therapy on the reg, had 2 one-night stands. We love it. Same. Finding a supportive, loving friend group that really warms my heart. Passed the bar, multiple orgasms, finally got the right mental health diagnosis, got into therapy, got a new job. We love to hear it. Removed toxic people from my life, lost my virginity, and survived my first heartbreak.
This next one's going to make me cry. Beat cancer. And thank you guys for sharing these with us. I feel really emotional about it. I came out to my friends. I got my boyfriend to sext. Orgasm for the first time thanks to the Rayna. Had my first orgasm during sex. That is a huge accomplishment. Getting called on stage at the GGE show. I fell in love with someone who loves me back. Why am I so emotional about all these? I just love you girls. I learned how to set boundaries and say no.
Rayna wrote that one. She submitted.
Any opportunity to bring up boundaries and Nedra, you know I will. Going to court 8 years later against my domestic abuser and finally starting my healing process.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. And I'm sure that took so much strength. And then I'll wrap up with the job I hate in Miami, moving to Denver for my dream job and a 25% raise. That is such a huge accomplishment. So congrats.
I love it. Had my first threesome and started dental hygiene school. Love that combo.
Different vibes.
Oh, lived and traveled by myself, discovered what makes me orgasm, pegging my boss.
That was my favorite one of the whole list.
Oh my God. All kinds of things. Doubled my salary, stayed sober another year, promoted to GM of the Cheesecake Factory after
I put that
10
one in
years
this
at the
morning.
company. I'm sorry I didn't let you read that one. Got divorced, butthole stuff, survived postpartum depression, stayed in therapy, and put my mental health first. I love that so much. And I'm just going to see if there's any more in here that had a slut era, my last semester of college. Got to get that slut era in. Finally got over my ex. Still single, but I feel free. I lost 132 pounds. Oh my gosh. I lost 132 pounds and found a confidence and happiness I've never known. Got pregnant after 4 years of trying, including 6 IUIs and 2 rounds of IVF. Got accepted into grad school. Oh, so much stuff. Sat on faces.
I needed that because I was really going to start to cry.
I know.
I just want to say, we have an incredible episode for the first episode of the year about creating healthier habits. It's probably one of my favorite episodes we've recorded. I am. I think it takes a lot of courage to create positive change in your life, and whether that is saying to your partner, I wanted better sex, or leaving somebody and leaving a terrible relationship, or saying to your boss, I want a raise, or I'm leaving. Like, all these things are hard, and it's really nice to share these with you guys. So if you did anything to change your life, or if you're thinking about changing your life, congratulations. It's really just beautiful to see all this. I'm going to stop crying now.
Yes. Thank you guys for another amazing year. And we have, like Rayna said, an incredible episode coming up in the new year. We are so excited about it. And then we're going to have a bunch of fun episodes recorded with guests in LA and big things popping. I will say that. So what do we do this year? We worked more.
I fucked less.
I worked more, fucked more, cried more. It was more is more.
More. But thank you as always for being a part of our family. We just love you guys so much. And Ash, I love you. And
I love you.
I love his business. I love Azul. I love our new business. I'm so excited for all the stuff in 2023 to move, to grow vibes, all these things.
To be back on tour with everybody.
We have a lot of shows planned.
Yes.
And I can't wait to share that and laugh with you guys. guys. And thank you for another really wonderful year. It's the greatest gift of my life. I get to do this.
Yes. So I will take us out. You guys can find everything at girlsgottaeat.com. If you're coming to shows, you have stories you want to share, stories at girlsgottaeat.com, Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram. I am Ash Hess on everything. Rayna is Rayna Jack Greenberg. We are Girls Gotta Eat podcast on TikTok. So check that out. And then vibesonly.com, Vibes Only on Instagram, Vibes Only in the App Store and Google Play, wherever you get your apps. Get in there, shop around, have some orgasms, and happy holidays. We'll see you next year.
Have a good rest of your year, guys.
Bye.